I mean, I feel like, though, this has been a challenging year for a lot of couples, maybe having to do a little bit more making up than usual. So we're actually going to be getting into that right now with our next guest, who is a relationship therapist and coach. How do you keep the love alive during a pandemic, and how do you keep the love alive coming up this Sunday on Valentine's Day? What should you be doing for your partner? Taunya Craig is joining us now. Taunya, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, I mean, we talk about how everything's been turned upside down because of this whole pandemic. Relationships are no exception, right?
Oh, that is so true. And I'm so grateful that you are bringing this segment to your listeners because, one thing that I'm seeing with the pandemic at the very beginning, people were kind of excited and the lockdown is like suddenly, almost vacation time. As we've gone into the pandemic fatigue and we've had job loss and income loss and we're around each other all the time, we haven't really adjusted, have we? Like we're having a lot of quantity time, but we're not necessarily having quality time.
I think a lot of people are saying that. It's sort of, we're just sitting here looking at each other at this point. I mean, because your options are so severely limited, right?
It's so true. And that's what I hear too, is like, oh my God, we have nothing else to talk about. But, one of the things that I really encourage all of my membership this week is think outside the box, but begin with what experience do you want to have with your person? So, I'm hearing about, I love that you have these love song dedication, and Chelsea, you have the opera gala that you're hosting on Sunday. And so for people to actually dress up, make the opera theater in their living room and make it an event together.
I love that. I'm wondering, is all of this time spent together, is it necessarily a bad thing? Like, what's the result overall on a couple? Are we creating codependent situations, and is that necessarily always a bad thing? Could there be some benefits to all of this time spent together?
Thanks for that question. Now, that's a very loaded question, FYI. We'll keep the codependent piece out of it for a second. So first of all, is it a bad thing spending all this time together? Well, it actually, research shows that it can be if it's not a cohesive and caring and considerate, respectful environment. So if it's just constantly quipping at something, or we're bringing up things from the past and there's not resolve happening, and the most important thing is bringing a level of friendship to kind of intermission for all of the crap, then yes, there is a detrimental effect for that. However, the flip side, research shows that we benefit both in physical health and mental health if we do have a mutually respectful, considerate, and friendship in our intimate relationship.
So let's cut to the chase here. We've got Valentines upon us. Pandemic and everything else, a lot of the easy outs aren't there. What do people need to be doing to try and first of all, take the pressure off, I think, right?
Oh, amen. Totally. And to take because ironically, being a relationship therapist, I don't like Valentine's Day because somebody's telling me when and how I now have to declare, right? So it is about thinking back to like your dating days, or what are some of the experiences you've had on a trip, and think about, is it a physical activity that you want to have together? Is it laughter and play? Is it intellectual stimulation? Is it heart-to-heart connection where you're just looking at each other over a glass of wine? What experience do you want to have? And then present that idea to your person. Don't just run off and grab the considerate yet quick grab of chocolates, or making a reservation at a restaurant because it's very exciting, we get to finally be at restaurants. But really be considerate as to what do you want to experience with your person. And Google conversation starters. We think that we know so much about our person, but every day your person is growing and learning and experiencing. So get really intentional about what kind of level of question. If you ask them, how was your day? You're going to get good. But if you ask them, what was the most exciting part of your day? Or what was your biggest frustration today? And how can I support you? You're going to enter a conversation.
So it sounds, Taunya, like kind of what you're saying when you're boiling it down is really just continue to make that person a priority and continue to try.
Absolutely. And one thing I hear time and time again, Chelsea, is like, oh my God, I'm the one always putting in the effort. Male, female, non-binary people, they're always somebody that feels like they're putting in the effort. But here's the thing. You get to put in the effort that you want to in your relationship because it's something that you want to experience. Don't wait for them. Initiate based on your strength, what you think they might want, and you might very well be surprised. Because, think about the days when we were dating. In that time, we did prioritize each other. We couldn't keep our hands off each other. We couldn't hear enough about their stories. So just tap back into that, and it actually will allow us to have more of that oxytocin release. Sorry, I'm going to geek out a little bit there, but it helps us bond. So you can prioritize by just putting yourself back at the times where it was really juicy and fun and easy, and then bringing that to Sunday and every day after in little ways.
Okay, that's doable, I think.
Shaye, it totally is. Shaye, all you gotta do is think about what are the qualities of your person that you really adore and you admire, and just let them know. Send a text, put a little note in their pocket, bring up a cup of coffee and just give them a peck on the cheek and be like, I really love your blue eyes, or I super appreciate how you're the one who makes the coffee every day. It doesn't have to be hard. It just needs to be from your heart.
I feel like that's reasonable. Maybe lower the expectations about the grand gestures and just continue to do the little things that can make all the difference.
100%. And then the grand gestures can come out of an experience together, right? But you just need to present the idea.